Hi everyone, welcome to this particular video. So in this particular video, we'll be doing some of the list exercise because so far we have completed this particular list concept in Python, and we have seen like different example of this particular list. Now it's time to do some exercise on top of this particular concept. Then I think this particular concept will be more clear in your mind. So what I will do, guys, I'll show you some of the exercise in this particular video. And if you can solve that particular exercise, you can simply pause the video. I can solve it by yourself. Otherwise, you can go ahead with this particular video and you can solve with me. So the first problem actually you'll be solving called update number of items available. Okay, that means let's say you are having two lists here. Let's say I'm having one list called car. Okay, car name. Let's say I'm having some of the car here. Let's say I'm having Audi. Let's say these are the car actually I'm having. Then I'm having another list. Let's say number of cars. So let's say Audi I'm having around 10 cars. BMW I'm having, let's say 20 cars. Let's say Tata I'm having, let's say 30. And Volvo, let's say I'm having only 5. So let's say these are my two lists, like car names and number of cars. Now what I have to do, I need to update the number of the items available. You can see Audi I'm having 10, BMW I'm having 20, Tata I'm having 30, and Volvo I'm having 5. So I just need to map this particular number. Okay, I just need to map this particular number in this particular list. So for this, I think you can think which can be used here. Like the concept actually we have learned inside list. I think you can think about which one actually we can apply here. So here simply we can apply this particular zipping concept. I think you remember zipping concept. In zipping concept, what we can do, we can make a pair, right? We can make a pair. I think you remember. Okay, how to make a pair. So let's make a pair. So I'll just write for I in zip, because for loop is iterator and zip will give you the iterable object, right? So that's why actually we are using this for loop to extract the value, okay, from this particular zip itself. You can also directly actually do it with the help of list. Also it is also possible. Let me show you. Let's see if I comment this particular code, and if I just write list zip my car name and number of cars. Now see if I execute the program, you will get a pair. But I don't want this kinds of output. I want to see the map. Okay, I want to see the map. Let's say Audi is equal to let's say 10, BMW is equal to 20, Tata is equal 30, and Volvo is equal to 5. Okay, that kinds of output I want to see. I don't want to see this kinds of list output, this kinds of tuple output. Okay, that is what actually I don't want. So for this, what I can do, I can use this particular for loop. So I will use this particular for loop. Now inside that, I'll just write my car name and number of cars. Now if I print this particular I, you will see that it will give me this particular tuple. Okay, this particular tuple pair. Now what I have to do, I have to extract these at the value one by one. Okay, I have to extract these at the value one by one. Now what I can do here, see, it's a tuple. Inside a tuple actually we are having two value. Inside a tuple we are having two value, but here we are only taking one variable. That's why it's coming as a tuple object. But if I unpack this particular, let's say tuple object, let's say I will unpack this particular tuple object. Okay, so here I have taken another variable called j. You can see here I have taken another variable called j. Now what will happen, this particular Audi will come inside I, this particular 10 will come inside j. That means it will unpack the value. It will unpack the value from this particular tuple itself. Now let me execute and let me show you. Say if I print I and j right now, you'll see that it will unpack. That means inside I, Audi is coming, inside j, your number of item is coming. Inside BMW, inside I again BMW is coming, and number of BMW it is coming. Okay, that means this particular number. That means we are unpacking that particular, let's say, object, tuple object. This is called unpacking. Okay, unpacking inside Python. Okay, I hope you got it, right? If you want to unpack any value, you can do it. Let's say here you are having 3 item in a, let's say, tuple, but you can take a 3 variable to unpack that particular item. I hope this part is clear now. Now simply what I can do, I can just add one equal sign. And you know how to add an equal sign. I can take a string for this, and here I will give this particular curly bracket. Now I think it is fine. Now if I execute this particular program, you'll see that Audi is equal to, now I will give a space here. Now I think this should be more clean. Okay, now see, I'm getting the output. Audi is equal to BMW is equal to Tata is equal to Volvo is equal to, and so on. So I hope this particular problem statement is clear how we can solve this particular problem statement. Got it? Now the same problem statement can be solved with the help of list comprehension as well. Let me show you. So let's say this is my LC list comprehension, and inside that I'm going to just copy this particular for loop as it is. Fine. And what I will do, I'll just write this particular print statement here. See, if I print this particular LC, that means list comprehension, you will get the same output. So in also one line also you can solve this particular problem statement with the help of list comprehension. So both way I showed you, you can use any of them. So guys, you can see the next exercise. You are given a list of integers. Let's take a list of integers first of all. So L is equal to, I'll take some integer value, let's say 2, then 4. Now let's say 6, 10, and let's say 1. Let's say this is my list. Okay, list of integers. You are asked to make a list by running through the elements of the list by adding all the elements greater and itself. That means what you have to do, see, first of all, you have to iterate through this particular list. Okay, you have to iterate through this particular list, and whenever you will do the iterate, first of all 2 will come, right? 2 will come in the I. If you are performing for loop, first of all 2 will come. Now what you have to do, you have to check. You can see you are asked to make a list by running through the elements of the list by adding all the elements greater and itself. That means let's say 2 is coming. Now here you have to check a greater element of 2. Greater element of 2, here 4 is there, 6 is there, 10 is there. 1 is not greater than 2. So this particular element won't be there. So we got, these are the element. Now what I have to do, I have to add all the number. I have to add all the number, including 2 as well. You can see itself is there, including 2 as well. Now if you just do the addition operation, let's say 2 plus 4 plus let's say 6 and plus let's say 10. Now if I just do the addition operation, you will get 22. Now the next value actually will get 4. The next value you will get something called 4. Fine. Now you have to check the greater value of 4. Now you can see greater value of 4 is 6 and 10. 2 is not there, 1 is not there. Now you have to add these at the number 4 to 10. Now if you just add 4 to 10, let's say 4 plus 6 plus 10, you will get something called 20. Then the next value will come, let's say 6. Now you have to check the greater value of 6. You can see only 10 is there. Now you have to add 6 and 10. So 6 plus 10. Okay, sorry, 6 plus 10. You will get something called 16. Now I have to take 1. Okay, you have to take 1. Now 1 will come here. Now you have to check the greater value. You can see 2 is there, 4 is there, 6 is there, 10 is there. That means all the value. Okay, now if you just perform the operation, you will get 23. So this is going to be my final output. So this is going to be my final output, 20, 22, 20, 16 and 23. So this particular number I have to add in a list. Okay, I have to add in a list and I have to show as the output. You can see you are asked to make a list by running through the elements of the list by the adding all the elements greater and itself. I hope this part is clear now. Now let me solve this particular problem statement. So for this, I'm first of all, I'll be first of all running one for loop. So I'll just write for I in, let's say, L. Okay, so it will give me all the elements one by one. Okay, it will give me all the elements one by one. Let me show you. See, it will give me all the elements one by one. Now see, what I have to do, I told you, first of all, I have to take this particular element and I have to check with all the number whether it is having any greater number or not. Okay, for this, what I can do, I can use a nested loop. Okay, I can use a nested loop. So I'll just write for j in L. Okay, for j in L. Now I'll just print this particular I and j both. Let's say I'll print I and j. Now if I execute the program, you'll see that. Now see, I can easily compare. First of all, 2 will come inside this particular I, and inside that I'm running another for loop. That means you can see I'm running on top of L only. That means again 2 will come. So here I will check 2 is less than and equal to or not. Yes, it is equal to 2, right? Not less than but equal to 2. This particular condition is correct. Then again I'll check this particular condition. 2 is less than 4 or not. Yes, 2 is less than 4. Okay, that means 2 is having greater number. That means which is 4. 2 is less than and equal 6 or not. You can see, yes, 2 is less than 6. That means 6 is a greater number of 2. I'll again check 2 is less than and equal 10 or not. Definitely 2 is less than actually 10. You can see 10 is a greater number. Then again I'll check 2 is less than 1 and equal 1 or not. 2 is less than and equal 1 or not. No, 2 is greater than 1. That means this particular condition is false. That means I got my number 2, 4, 6 and 10. I think I showed you 2, 4, 6 and 10. Then I have to add these at the number one by one. Okay, then I will get this particular output and I have to add this particular number in a list. I hope you got it. Okay, how I'm going to write this particular program. So let me write this particular condition. So here I'm going to write if my I is less than and equal j. Okay, if my I is less than and equal j. So what I have to do, I have to sum this number. So I'll just take a variable called sum, and here I'll just write sum plus I. Sorry, it would be j, because you can see the number actually we are getting, it is inside j only. Okay, it is inside j only. So once I got this particular sum, what I will do, I'll just take a result variable. Okay, result variable. So let me take a I'll take a result list, actually that would be better. Result, because I have to show that particular output as a list, right? I think in the problem statement you saw. I'll just write result dot append this particular sum. The sum actually I'll just append it inside this particular list. Now finally at the last I'll just print this particular list. Okay, print this particular result. Now if I execute the program, okay, here I'm getting one output. It's telling unsupported type plus. Okay, so here I have taken this particular sum variable and here I'm updating the value, but I haven't assigned, okay, what will be the initial value of sum. So that is the error actually I'm getting. So what I will do, after this particular for loop, I'll take a sum variable, and initially this particular value would be 0. Okay, because every time this loop will run and this will update the value. Okay, I hope you now got it. Now if I execute the program, now see, I will get the same output. Okay, the output actually I got here. Now let me delete these are the cell one by one. Yeah, so finally I got my output. Okay, now I think this particular problem statement is also clear. Now guys, the next exercise will be solving called find list of the common unique items from two lists and show in increasing order. So let me show you what actually we want to do here. Let's say I'm having two lists here. So I'll just take two lists. So let's say here I'm having two lists. So this is the number 1 and this is number 2. And you can see some of the common value present inside this particular two list. Let's say if I show you some common number, I think you will get, yeah, 67 is a common number. Okay, 67 is a common number. Then I'm also having 89, then 34. Yeah, that means these are my common numbers. So what I have to do, find the list of common unique item. Okay, that means unique item. These are my unique item from two lists and show in an increasing order. That means I have to take these are the common item from both lists. Okay, and I have to show them in a list representation. Okay, I have to show them in a list representation, but only unique item should be there. See, here I'm having duplicates. Now I don't need to also print the duplicates. It should be unique. That means 67 will only come. Okay, from here only 89 will only come. That is the idea. Now how we can solve this particular problem? So here I'll just take a for loop first of all for I in num1. Okay, for I in num1. Now again inside that I'm going to take another actually nested loop. I'll just write for j in num2. That means both loop actually I'll be do the iterating. Okay, both loop I'll do the iterating and I'll take all the value one by one. Now if I show you, so if I just print I and j, you'll see that I'm able to extract these at the element. You can see, and I'm also able to extract these at the element. Okay, these are the element. Now here if I just write one condition, if I is equal to j, that means if this is common, okay, print them. Now I'll see that I will get only common item 67, 67. Then I'm getting 67 again, because why? You can see 67 is coming 2 times. Now I'm getting 89, 34, 67, 67. Okay, you can see multiple time actually I'm getting 67. Okay, because of this particular duplicates. But I don't want that. Actually, I only want to get the unique item of it. So for this, what I can do, I can take an empty list here. I'll just name it as common. Okay, common. And here instead of writing this particular condition, I'll just write if. Okay, if I not in, I'll take this particular membership operator. I think you remember membership operator. not in common. Okay, so what I'll write common dot append, common dot append this particular I. Now if I print this particular I at the last, you will see that okay, sorry, I have to print print the common, that means this list. Okay, not the I. Now I got the, okay, so I'm getting unexpected output. Okay, so why I'm getting this particular unexpected output? I got it. See, here I'm using this particular condition. Okay, here I'm using this particular condition, that means the membership condition. And if I'm using this particular membership condition, I don't need to take this particular for loop. Instead of that, what I can do, I can simply check one condition: if I in num2. Okay, again I will take the membership operator here. Now what will happen? The actually I will get, okay, the I will get from this particular num1. I will just check if it is present inside num2 or not, because with the help of membership operator we can do, right, if anything is present or not in a list. I think you remember. Let's say if I just give you one example. Let's say this is my num1. This is my num1. I'll just check if let's say 34 in let's say 34 in num1. So what it will give me? It will give me, or I'll just write simply 34 in num1. It will give me false. Sorry, it will give me true, because 34 is there. I think some, yeah, 34 is there. Now if I give, let's say 340, it will give me false. That means we can use this particular membership operator. Okay, so similar concept actually I'm applying if this particular I is present inside num2 or not. If present, I'll again check. That means if this particular, let's say item is already present inside common, it won't be taking. Okay, it won't be taking. It will only take the one present of that particular number. Now if I execute the program, I'll see that I'll get 67, 89 and 34. Okay, you'll see that 67, 89 and 34. Okay, these are my common element inside this particular to list. Now I hope guys this particular problem statement is also clear. So that's how actually you can solve different problem statement. You can explore over the internet. There are so many problem statement actually you will get, and unless and until you are not doing exploration, you are not solving by yourself, it would be a little bit difficult for you. So it will be my suggestion, guys, please try to write the code with different problem statement. You can pick up any kinds of problem statement and you can solve them, okay, with respect to your requirement. So yes guys, this is all about from this particular video. In the next video actually we'll be starting with the another actually amazing data type inside Python, or you can also call it as data structure called tuple. Thank you so much guys for watching this particular video, and I'll see you next time.